$200. When I found the gold bar, I knew at that point he wasn't being truthful. I have to wonder what else he's hiding.
Southern Ontario's Peace Bridge is one of North America's busiest border crossings. More than 6 million vehicles pass over it every year.
Where are you going? To see
The National?
the National in Toronto?
For North by Northeast.
Oh, okay, so it's a concert, right on, okay.
A couple from New York State is in secondary after officers discovered the male traveler has some history with the CBSA.
He was in the database, so it's a mandatory referral from the officer in the pill booth. Have you been refused entry before, ever?
5 years ago. They said I had to wait 10 years. I got in trouble in North Carolina.
What kind of trouble?
Just, there was nothing major, but I guess it broke with I got into a fight in North Carolina.
Okay, is that the only time you've been in trouble?
Yeah.
Were you fingerprinted?
Down in North Carolina?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Did you have to serve any time in the facility?
No.
He was told not to come back to Canada until 10 years had passed. He had waited the 10 years and figured that he would show up and kind of test the waters this time around. Come on in. Hey, we just gotta talk about that conviction.
Okay.
Do you just want to step outside for a second?
Me? Sure.
We had the female traveler exit the building. We weren't in a position where we were going to disclose to her any of his prior criminal activities. It says indecent assault. Do you want to tell me what happened?
At the mail center in Vancouver, CBSA x-rays tens of thousands of packages every year, searching for anything out of the ordinary.
Can you take a look at this parcel?
Today, officers are curious about the contents of a package arriving from Malaysia.
Looks like there's something inside a picture frame there. No, for sure. So, first steps, just gotta figure out the best way to examine it with causing the least amount of damage. The frame itself was actually quite heavy. It wasn't professionally done, which was an indication that maybe there might be something there that shouldn't be.
The frame is being held together by metal rivets. So the officer seeks authorization to step up the exam.
I'm having a lot of trouble getting inside to the frame.
Yeah, if you need to be a little more invasive, not a problem.
Let's start with the rivets and then go from there. What are you bringing home with $200?
Tips for my children?
In Toronto, a Canadian returning from China didn't declare all the gifts he's bringing home.
Gold bar?
Yeah.
So that's not part of the $200 then? Because that gold bar is going to cost more than $200, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so? I have to wonder what else he's hiding. And how much money are you traveling with?
Around several thousands.
Several thousand's not going to cut it. Exactly how much money are you traveling with? How much money do you have with you?
Around 7.
It's always a concern for me when I ask people what they have, and they're very evasive, especially when it comes to currency. I just don't understand why you don't know how much money you have.
Back at the Peace Bridge, an American couple en route to a concert in Toronto may miss the show due to the male traveler's criminality.
Indecent assault. Do you want to tell me what happened?
That's what it was. It was a fight over was a friend of mine at the time's wife. And it just got out of hand, and I got in trouble for it, and they pressed charges.
We have to equate that crime with Canadian crime, and we'll take it from there to determine your admissibility.
Oh.
The traveler is brought into immigration, where officers will perform a thorough background check.
I'm not understanding why it was indecent assault. Were they accusing you of doing something with his wife? At first I was thinking indecent assault, it was a sexual crime.
I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just got the lawyer, he took care of everything.
Well, so you have to wait here for me, I just gotta look some stuff up, okay? I went to look in the computer to see what the actual charge was for. He'd been convicted of adultery in the Army. Charged with adultery in the Army? That's what the indecent assault was. That's what the article that you got convicted under?
No. I didn't even know that.
It wasn't a fight, it was the adultery that they charged you with.
That's embarrassing.
Well, you're admissible though. You can come in.
Oh my god, so
So if you come across me and they ask you, you can tell them that. Adultery isn't a crime in Canada, so it doesn't equate to any Canadian law, so he's admissible.
for 15 years, I didn't know that's what I was charged with.
Yeah.
I thought it was like that. That's embarrassing as hell, huh?
Oh well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a good week.
His girlfriend seems to be taking the story well, but it could be a long ride to the concert. In Vancouver, a Slovakian man who recently spent 14 months in Canada is returning to reunite with his fiancée.
She's here on work permit right now?
Yeah, working study.
But the officer suspects he may also have other plans.
You're sticking by the story that you did not work in Canada. You don't plan on working in Canada without a work permit.
Yeah.
If I find out otherwise, this isn't going to go down well. What's this in your bag? It's a list of my intentions and desires. Number 1, stay in Canada.
Excuse
I
me.
can earn at least $5,000 a month. How are you going to do it without a work permit?
It's not right now.
Don't play games with me.
I'm not playing any games.
I'm not trying to be a homebreaker here, but I've got a job to do.
Unsatisfied with the traveler's answers, the officer interviews his fiancée.
My understanding is he's been in Canada, right? For a very long time? He just left recently? Yeah. Why did he go back home? Because he didn't have work permit, you know. That doesn't make any sense to me. You're telling me he went home to get the work permit. Why is he back here then? He doesn't have the work permit. His status is still expired. Because he didn't have a job there, so he can be here with me. You guys know that working without authorization isn't okay. And I need you to tell me the truth, because this is going to be pretty serious for you guys right now. This is pretty life-changing, okay? Believe me, I know it's hard. When was the last time that he worked in Canada? Last year. He was just helping friends. He wasn't like a salary. If you're getting paid, you're taking a job away from a Canadian. So he's gonna work illegally here then? No, I didn't say he's gonna work. But he's been doing it, so why should I believe that he won't do it now? I just wanna be here where it's a better life.
At the Pacific Highway crossing,
Next, please.
officers are examining an American bus passenger on his way to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting in Vancouver.
I'm gonna take a quick look through your bag. Is there anything inside of the sharp? Needles, knives, scissors, anything like that? Okay. Traveler's from New Jersey. He indicated that he had been arrested and convicted of some charges in the United States. So give me some background on what was going on here.
I was addicted to gambling and needed money to continue my addiction, and deluded myself that I'm going to borrow this money as an officer of this corporation.
So you just get borrowed money and you just never paid it back.
Well, I deluded myself to say it was borrowing, it wasn't borrowing, I was stealing.
Okay, fair enough. All right, however you want to put it.
I mean, I have to be honest.
Yeah. Honesty is the best policy, especially here at the border. What was your role with the corporation?
Chief financial officer.
Okay. I did check his criminal record. He does have some issues we're gonna have to address. Grand larceny, forgery.
You realize I didn't steal $5 to do this. The money was considerable. I'm not going to, insult your intelligence.
How much money were you convicted of embezzling?
$1 million plus, US.
At Vancouver International Airport, a Slovakian traveler's fiancé just admitted that he worked in Canada illegally on a previous visit.
He was just helping friends. He wasn't like a salary.
Now, the officer's giving him the chance to come clean.
What do you think your girlfriend told me?
She said I didn't work.
You didn't work? Is that what she told me? You're worried that if you tell me that I'm going to send you home, you're not going to see your girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, look. Tell me and let me make that decision.
Yeah, I was working during that period.
When somebody engages in unauthorized work in Canada, what we do is we assess whether or not we should recommend an exclusion order. An exclusion order bans you from Canada for a year.
It's so hard. I tried so many things to get a work permit.
See, but you were going to continue to work, and that's the problem, man.
I'm not gonna.
Why am I supposed to believe you now? Because you did last time.
A picture frame from Malaysia is locked up tight at the mail center.
I've started opening it, but I'm having a lot of trouble getting inside to the frame.
That's because it's being held together by metal rivets.
I want to damage it the least amount as possible.
This whole back is made out of metal. That's why it's not even real wood.
There you go. Perfect.
There it is. Yeah, look at that. This color.
Look, white,
Brownish.
it looks, it's powdery. White
powder.
White powder. Once we peeled back the layer, there was a cream light powder. So we performed the NIC test to try and get a better indication of what substance we're dealing with.
Here we go.
After a baggage examination revealed this Canadian lied on his declaration card, he's suddenly forgotten how much cash he's carrying.
I don't know exactly how much.
If I'm traveling with this much money, I'm going to know exactly how much money I have. Several thousand.
Yeah.
$10,000 or more?
No.
You can travel with as much money as you want, as long as if it's over $10,000, you declare it. We're going to have to count this, okay?
Okay.
If he has more than 10 grand, this pile of bills could get significantly smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for money? No more?
No more.
No more?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no. Forgot about all those hundreds in there, didn't you? We're gonna have another problem, guys.
How was it picked to gambling?
At the Pacific Highway crossing, an American traveler on his way to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting is showing his cards.
How much money were you convicted of embezzling?
$1 million plus, US.
And you were in for 4 years?
Yes. Sentence was 6.
So, got out early for good behavior?
Yeah. My son's an attorney now, so there's an irony about the stuff that I did. He wants to put people away like his old man, and it's okay. I'd rather be on the side of the fence that he's on.
The way this kind of works, and if anybody has been convicted of a crime outside of Canada, based on our law, there's a chance that they may be inadmissible. So what's going to happen is I'm going to write a report to what's called a minister's delegate. When they have what we call serious criminality, I pass it on to the minister's delegate, they review it, and make a decision on the person's case.
It's right here, sir. Okay, so the other officer that was interviewing you wrote a report against you. And I'm what's called the minister's delegate, and I'm reviewing that report, okay? You're convicted of grand larceny, second degree in New York?
Correct.
Okay, so if that offense, if that was committed in Canada, it would equate to a certain section of our criminal code, okay? So that's what I look at, okay? So this specific criminal conviction does make you inadmissible to Canada.
Okay.
Okay? So what that means is that you're not able to come in.
I wish I would have known in advance. I never even thought about it.
His decision was to withdraw his application and return back to the United States. What we'll do is we'll collect your bags. Myself and the other officer will walk you back. At the Vancouver Mail Center,
This whole back is made out of metal. That's why. It's not even real wood.
CBSA officers have discovered a suspicious substance inside a picture frame from Malaysia.
The frame itself was actually metal, which would explain why there was such difficulty trying to get into it. So we performed a NIC test.
Here we go. Such like the heroin.
Now the officers will deconstruct the smuggler's sketchy artwork.
It's 100 grams.
And that's just the beginning. Officers find 3 more bags stashed inside the frame.
So we're probably looking at close to half a kilo.
With a street value of $100,000, this bust is picture perfect.
Given the nature of the intercept, we're just going to liaise with our intelligence department about how they would like us to proceed.
Across the country, a search of this Canadian traveler's bag has already yielded an undeclared gold bar.
I think we're going to have another problem, guys.
And now, the cash he's carrying is also a problem.
You had more